There we go, there we go, there we go. Bring y'all down a little bit. So a whole lot going on right now. But I told y'all would see my face today. I know ain't nobody on here, but I know I kinda like get into a feel of it. I know like I got a jacket on in the house. I'm cold. But I just had to shower since my life is hot. But yeah, I don't even know what it sounded like. My apologies, y'all. I don't think I got a band in here tonight. I don't think I got a band. I think I gotta hold it. I think I got the headband. Hold on, did I forget to do something? Hold on, y'all. No, y'all want to hear that in y'all ear. I really hate this new update because I barely know how to work it. I ain't gonna lie. See if that worked. Excuse me. Yeah, but my apologies. We back in the regular studio today. It's up close and personal. But this one is not gonna be long either. But I definitely wanted to keep my word and come on here, which I like coming on here. I actually done missed doing a long live, but I have to get my butt. I have to get my butt in the bed. I started college back, and in starting college back, I started. I need to go facial, man. Within starting college back, I'm taking 3 classes because I'm going to a university that I previously attended, but I took a year off with everything that was going on, and I didn't want to fail. Like, which I'm grateful. Let me not say it. Let me not get everybody tripping, right? Um, what I'm trying to say is, I took a year off, right, and then taking a year off, when I went back into the when I went back into the program, I lost credits. I lost credits for the time that I was. Hey, how you doing? I lost credits for the time that I was in there or whatever, and I lost about 20 credits. So that kind of sucked because it's less classes that had to be took. So the new program that they put me in, you know, I'm going to school for nutrition. Um, the new program that they put me in, it has a little bit more classes to take, but I didn't want to up. I didn't want to up how long I was in school. So, like I say, school is not hard, but it's definitely it's you gotta apply yourself. You gotta apply yourself, and I was pumped up on so much anxiety because I was going on tuition assistance, and tuition assistance, they don't pay towards a certain amount. So I had to make sure, like, math was the closest I ever got to feeling like, dang, like I might have to pay out of pocket. Don't get me wrong, I have had to pay for school out of pocket twice due to the switchover on how um I'm trying to say due to the switchover on how Army the Army went from Army Ignited to go to Mount Frontis. Yeah, go Army to Army Ignited, and then it switched over from Army Ignited to Army Ignited 2.0. So it made it where I had to switch over and do whatever, and there was some issues, and it made it with the under the new system. You had to go in there and request 7 days. Like, you had to physically go in there, even though your career path was approved, was basically like how many classes you taking, and they'll just send the payments out. You had to physically go in there and pay, and the system updated. Of course, like, it might have sent out notifications, but like without us knowing type situation. So that's what happened there. So I had to pay out of pocket a couple times, which is fine. Um, but yeah, so it's not ideal for me to be taking 3 classes because it's just like one of those things. But I took 2 classes while I was working, and I've always been like a very like, I took 2 classes while I was working, and I've been always like, put my best foot forward on what I'm doing and everything like that. So yeah, I with that being said, like, taking 3 classes is not ideal, but I know it's possible. I know it's possible, and I miss, like, in school you taking 7, 8 classes. So it's like, I ain't took 3 classes in a minute, and I also feel like online school, they have so many. They just kind of like give us more work, in my opinion. Like, if I could go to class in person, I would, because it's just less work that you have to do. In my opinion, like, you get more time to study and do for whatever. I'm a little bit nervous about one of my classes. That midterm gonna come up quick. That finals gonna come up quick. But it's one of them things where it is what it is. Like I just need to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to in that regard. But yeah, so that's catching up on that. I was on here giving y'all 15-second lives because those who've been following my page, which I know is, I think it's only like two of y'all on here right now. Yeah, I think it's two of y'all. But yeah, whatever. Those that's been following my page, but I know like everybody doesn't catch all the lives. I lost the grandmother on my wife's side of the family, which was last year, August the 8th. And then my wife's birthday is August the 19th. But um, for the time being, those days are like, those days are those days. Not in the time being like, I don't know. Like, I watched my mom deal with the loss of losing her mother young. My mom lost her mom at 17. I talk about it all the time. And I know it's nothing. I know it's nothing I could do for my spouse, but it still don't feel good. So those days be a little bit harder, be a little different. So that's why I didn't want to come on here and do live. Don't get me wrong, like it's not so much of like I couldn't physically do the live because I could have. It's just more giving those days and that time to my spouse and not nobody else. And that's just in general. Like that's just in general. I'll be so used and I feel so obligated to do so many things. And just I'm so tired of giving my time to people. And don't get me wrong, like people come out and they're gonna do for me and do whatever. And I definitely think it's different. I think once you're able, how can I say it? Like once you're able to not do it, like it's different with somebody up the street. But when you coming from out of town or you coming from this place and that place to do something for somebody, or it go from being 30 minutes to an hour at the street, like I'm like, I don't learn. Like, bro, I'm not finna keep giving people my time because they won't do the same. They haven't did the same. I'm not too far from my hometown, but I'm far from my hometown. But people don't pop up. Which y'all grew to enjoy. Like I think I'll go crazy if somebody pop up at my house. I don't think I answer the door. They be like, I see you, see me, but I ain't coming out. But yeah, with that being said, so that's why those days were those days. And I didn't I gave y'all those lives, but I want to be consistent. So that's why I got on here and I was consistent. That's why I did that. So like I said, this live won't be long either. This live won't be long either. We're just catching up. So I'm in school. We got that worked out. I give y'all updates on that. It's and then it's not even like a, which I'm great. I guess I'm grateful for. Like it's a 10 weeks. At first, I didn't used to care for the 10-week courses because a lot of the other ones had 8 weeks. And, a month of being in school is a little bit better than almost a month and a half. Really, which is about it is of being in school, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, I enjoy going to school. I enjoy learning. Like people know that about me. Some of the man, shout out to Super getting married. I think that's dope, man. I think that's dope. People have negative stuff to say, but I done took um I took the shade room and like negative crap off my phone, so I don't even see a lot of the hate no more. Like if I do see it, it's a reshare what somebody posted because I don't be on those no more. And I know like people not perfect. And don't get me wrong, sometimes we do see stuff that other people don't see, but it's their business. At the end of the day, it's their business to a certain extent until they ask for help. And then if you want it to be your business, help them. But yeah, shout out to that. The Love Island reunions coming out. I don't think it's gonna be good, but I also feel like we get what we have created in this world. A lot of people be like, a lot of people be sitting up there and they go about saying like you can't do this, you can't do that. They want you to go about life the way that they want you to go about life. And if you're a public figure, that means you damn near close as God. And when I say like you damn near as close as God, it's like you can't make mistakes. You have to be damn near perfect. You can't have your own opinion. Even if that's why they grew to love you, is by having your own opinion. Like, no, you can't have your own opinion. You can't say this. You can't say that. You have to. I'm sorry. I told you I just got out the shower. So a lot of emotions going on. And then I be spraying like my nose rings are like still fairly new. It's a lot going on. The dragon here. It's a whole lot going on, man. But yeah, y'all answer that. I'm cold. I'm high. I'm all over the fucking place right now. But Yes, also at the Love Island reunion, like it's something I don't think it's gonna be good, and I don't think that it has the ability to be good because people and brands want people to be so poised. Don't get me wrong, like you got people who don't care. You got people who are able to speak their mind and they built their brand on being able to speak their mind and saying what they want to say, and it's fine. But everybody not like that. A lot of these brands want you to be well polished, and when I'm speaking about the Love Island reunion, it's like we not gonna get a good reunion because people don't necessarily want that. Y'all can't have it both ways. Y'all want these people to be this polished version of themselves to work with these brands, but then when it's time to get messy or whatever you want to get messy, they can't. You gotta bend the light. Just because you're an influencer don't make you close to God. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do think people should move a certain way, but that's in life in general. Like, I don't think that you should celebrate your vices as much as what people do. And if you want to, you want to. Like everything is your business, right? But it's like I don't think that you should celebrate your vices as much as some people celebrate their vices. But it is what it is, right? So, in regards to that, I don't think the reunion is going to be that good. I listened to the Kiki Palmer and Taylor and Nick interview. I say, I like every female outside of their significant other. I could care less. I think the relationships are cute, but I could care less. I just feel like, man, I said like you get 20. I just feel like this whole year of getting to 30 is a transition, and I'm like, dang, I'm 29, but it just so much stuff feel different, like within my body, within my mind, like, and I could like I'm not making it up. I wish my spouse won't sleep right now, but it's just, and then I also think that it's the fact that I did step away from my career, and it's just like you don't have nothing but to think, and I'm choosing to like I could go out and get another job and do this and that, but I'm choosing to relearn myself and understand what you want and trying to better not only myself but my family and not going down the same road as everybody else. That's like, so I would say that to say, in that interview, I could care less about the two guys. I think that I don't want to say men to be men, but I feel like it just sucks. They're young and they're not young in the sense of like females because at 25 I was doing a whole lot different, but they're young in the sense of men. You know what I'm saying? They're young. They're young in the sense of men, and they yeah, I can't. That's what it is. What it is. I can't take that away from them. Like they definitely come off as very young. They interview, and then I don't think it's Nick's personality, which is weird. Like some people don't care for, like they say, African Americans don't have culture, and then some people do not care for um, what I'm trying to say, like the to embrace the culture on some stance, but not to come from the culture. And even with that, with like Nick, I feel like that guy gets a lot of passes. But like I said, it is what it is. Like I don't even want to go into much to it. Shout out to Shelly. Shout out to Shelly. Shout out to Alandria. I think that that's dope. I think that that's amazing. And I just want to see them be successful with or without a relationship. So, and I think Taylor Young too. I think Taylor, I think that he has been, maybe like I say, I seen it where he said that he watched his parents come from nothing and then become something, but it just come off as he's been in the clouds a little too long, and ain't nobody necessarily told him about itself. I do think I agree with some of the things, like, and shout out to Clark too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't gonna say girl, but I'm with for females to better do whatever they need to do, and I'm the same way with men. Like I don't want to get it misconstrued. I just feel like sometimes it's hard, and that's for anybody in general. When you haven't, my hands start like my hands locked up. You haven't been in a situation you don't. Excuse me. Should have brought some water. When you haven't been in a situation, you do not know how I feel. So you could listen to somebody express how they feel, but you don't actually sometimes get it if you cannot empathize enough by putting yourself in their shoes, you know? And I feel like that even with the little glimpse of Taylor saying that he was upset about the way Alondra spoke to him in that moment, after he did so much weird stuff, and then now it's forever archived of him kind of playing in that girl face. And she did that one thing and it pissed him off that bad. Like I would go off on her and all that. And it's like, but she should have went off on you plenty of times. And I also feel like Taylor gave I at the end of the day, even with Alondra, she learning. And I was the same type of person. Like you put you put other people's feelings in front of yours, and you take other people's feelings into consideration, that you forget, you like man, I'm sorry, not forget, that's the wrong word I'm looking for. You assume, and I think that's where I was going. Okay, you assume, and like you forget. I won't say overthinking understand, but that is like they're gonna do you the same way, and you forget the like that's why I said like treat people the way that you want to be treated is only true to a certain extent, because everybody is not going to treat you the way that you want to be treated, even if you do treat them that way. So it's like I just feel like Taylor won't get it. And I know I think him and Clark do look good together, but I hope within that relationship they're able to grow, because my wife humbles me all the time, and she was like, I was a lot like some of them people when we got together, and then at the same time was like I was a lot like some of the characters when I got together with my wife, and we 10 years later through the ups and downs, and it's been so much growth through our relationship and marriage. So it's not like it's all hope is lost, but not wanting to admit you could not get better as a person if you can't admit that it's a problem. Because if it's not a problem, you're not gonna fix it. But that's that. I like I said, I think the show sucks so bad, but I think it's cool the personalities that came from it. Um, what else I saying? I said Super Wedding. There's like a little bit of social heartfelt and informative things on the internet, shit on the internet for short, and just the lies. Shit, I might put social heartfelt and informative things on there, but I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what else that I've seen. I really should watch the news more, but I don't even. I got a lot of my news from like the smart news, clip it out, or like the stuff you look for, because I feel like mainstream news only show you so much of what they show you. I seen that they said the unemployment people filed for unemployment was 247,000. But like again, people are like, man, this economy, it's a lot of people thriving in this economy, and it's hard. It's like, what life do you want to live? What disciplines do you have? And it sounds crazy, but it's just to the point. I haven't, like I say, I make, man, I've, I make about 3 grand, 2 grand less than what I was getting. And I'm making it, like I won't say my life has necessarily slowed down too much. And, and I don't even say like glory to God, because I feel like I've been saying it lately. Like so many people put so much like God only wants these good things to happen for you. He just wants this for you and that for you. And I like that's a motivational speech. That's not what's throughout the Bible. Like a lot of it, and a whole lot of it is according to His will, and for the betterment of His glory. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I don't know. Hunting wise, I ain't like it. I think I haven't finished it either, and I haven't really wanted to go back to it. Me and my spouse watching it together, I don't think it's good. All the sexual, just sleeping with the kids, and I just feel like the storyline. I think I might have did talk about it already. I feel like it's like damn. I think I did talk about it, but if y'all didn't catch that live, it's like the book the perfect marriage. It's like the book The Perfect Marriage. And in the book In the Perfect Marriage, spoiler alert, the people I definitely spoke about it. I think I did. I just can't remember what day it was because these last 2 days been a blur. But in the book of The Perfect Marriage, the wife end up killing the husband's mistress and setting her husband up, and there was just like a whole bunch of like it was kind of like how did she get away with it type of activities. It was like how did she get a how did she get away with it? It didn't kind of make any sense, but basically I'm just saying like the storyline is there. Like out of the people, like I said, I haven't seen the end, so I don't know who. What you laughing at? I haven't seen the end, so I don't know who killed what. But I feel like for the 4 names that I have, I wouldn't be surprised if any of them did it. But it's still just like the show just not that good to me. Yeah, I just like it's gastro. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I ain't really feeling. But almost 20 minutes. That's good. I'm gonna get off of here. I have to get up in the morning, get back to a regular schedule. Like when I was taking one class, it was like I use a day as my reading day. I use a day to get my discussion post ready. And then if I had an assignment, I would get the assignment done, get the assignment written, because 9 times out of 10 it's a paper or something. And I'll get the paper written. You just get it out, just get the thoughts out, write it out, then type it out, do whatever, right? And then I will go back and start submitting my paper, working with a tutor, trying to get the paper perfected or whatever, right? And what I learned about Purdue Global, because at first I was hurting on my papers, but I've only had a C in one class, and that's math. And all of my other classes I get A's, and I'm just saying that I learned, like, I had a professor I finally ran into, and that was like, we're judging you by the rubric. So if you match your stuff up to the rubric, do that. So I just became very meticulous about trying to make sure it matches the rubric. The only thing that makes me nervous now is like the AI crap. It's like AI is so big and it gets using so much, but it's like, how do you know? It's like AI telling you if it's AI. So it's like, even if you write something brand new, it could get flagged as some type of AI. It's just the time we live in now. But I also find it funny because a lot of the books, which I love, because it seemed like Word took it off. It used to be able to like read out loud. But it's like AI reader and all this stuff. It's like we're using AI. You just saying don't use AI for this. But I ain't going on that rant. I'm gonna probably go and shake it out and take my ass to bed, man. So as always, thanks for everybody that hopped in, hopped out, like and share the live. As always, be genuine to yourself and kind to others. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.